Hello everyone, this is Tessa. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to give a brief update on what I did with my month of writing. I set a goal of 20,000 words because I'm not an overwriter. I am definitely an underwriter. And since I could set my own goal, I set it at 20,000, which is hard enough for me. I did manage to finish around July 23rd, I think. Of course, being a NANO rebel, I was doing more than one project. Um, it's not all one project, and as far as I'm concerned, as long as I was writing, that it counted. So I worked on a bunch of mini stories on my blog, made from prompts, and I came up with a bunch of them, and they basically need beginnings and endings, and fluffing up the middle, because they were just written for blog prompts that needed to be family friendly. So they couldn't be dark at all, and I had other ideas I wanted to do for them, but since they were going on, another site, I had to keep them family friendly, as they put it. So a couple of them were a little dark, and I left that up to the site owner to decide whether or not, the other blog, whether they wanted to post it on their prompt page or not. I posted them to my blog, but I understand, they may not want that particular type of story on theirs. So I was left up to them. And basically, what they were saying is that it's not on their blog, so, it's just a link on there. So someone going to it would be going to my blog, not theirs. So it doesn't reflect on them anyhow. So makes sense. So I don't know how many of them I have now, because book one was made out of a bunch of those prompt stories. They're like serial stories, and so every day or every week, depending on whether it was weekly or a daily prompt, I would put another piece of the puzzle together to create the story. And it was funny, when I was doing it, I was doing it long before Kindle Vella came into what's the word I want? Into came to life or whatever. I was doing that type of writing, but I'm not really interested in Kindle Vella, so I'm not going to do that, because I'm publishing my stories for my own enjoyment and others. I'm not publishing them to make money. So, Kindle Vella won't work for me. I'm just going to post them on my blog and, post the links around, people, let them know that they can, read. If they're, want to read the story, it's on my blog. And it'll take some time to put together and get all the links, especially now. WordPress is giving me a problem, and I'm not sure whether it's them or me. But it may take a while once I get the go-ahead from the editor that I have going over book one. I did make mistakes that I wasn't aware were mistakes at the time. So it basically needs a revision of the setup because it seems I got my chapters and my scenes mixed up, which I didn't know. And I have multiple POVs, which makes it a little bit more complicated. So I'm waiting till I get that back from the editor, and then I have to go through the work of putting it on the blog. But that's where my work will be displayed for people who would like to read it. And, like I said, I'm not looking for a profit. These are all for, other people's enjoyment. I'm enjoying writing them for the most part. There are moments when I want to throw in the trash. For the most part, I am enjoying it. So, today's the last day. It's officially the 31st. NANO is over in some parts of the world, probably, depending. Yeah, because it's the 31st for me. So depending on where you are in the world, it might already be August 1st. So either way, I'm done. And, I completed the goal I set, even if it's not exactly what NANO wanted. I'm a rebel. Always have been, always will be. So, another year's done, another camp is done. Next one up is the big one, the 50,000 words, and there's no revising it to a different number. So, I don't know what I'm going to do about that one. Maybe I'll just write a few, short stories like I've been doing and combine them together. Whatever. Like I said, I'm a rebel. I don't do things exactly the way they have laid down the rules. But they have a badge for Nano Rebels, so they do realize that there are those of us out there that fit into that category. So, thankfully, another one is done. I can relax now, do what I want. And anyone who would like to check out my blog, it's at www.tessadeanauthor.com. And those stories are on there, though they're currently, my memoir is up there right now. I'm getting it edited too, so it'll probably be changing, but it is currently posted. But I don't have any of the others. You'd have to go through the blog and look back through the blog and find the story, because each piece I put a link to the one before it. So you need to find the last page to find the link to one and work your way up. So that's why eventually I want to make them each their own book if I can, or at least a short story. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a book. I could keep it as a short story if I want. And just put a link on there and put the whether I do it as a short story or as a regular book with chapters and whatnot. I mean, with the way they are right now, there wouldn't be a lot of chapters because they're pretty short. Just because I think the longest one is 50 parts, but they're not long. Some of them were just a few sentences long because that was all the prompt needed. But each one counted because it was a daily prompt. So I'd go in and daily write a prompt. But they're not long. Most of them are very short. So if I put them together as a regular short story, they still need work. No matter how you look at it, they're going to need work. They can't publish them the way they are right now. They're not ready for that. But I'd like to put a page on my blog with all links to all those eventually. Whether, you know, short novel length or short stories, depending on what I do with them. So, that's all. If you like my videos, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified of my next video. I do apologize for the quality of these videos, but I have to use StreamYard's video because for some reason I can't do them on my phone anymore. They won't transfer over to the computer, and I'm not sure how to do it on my phone. I'm not too smartphone savvy. The phone is smarter than I am, unfortunately. Okay, so anyhow, like I said, you know, if you like them, hit like. I try to post a video once or twice a week. Doesn't usually happen, but I try. I put them out as I can. So everyone, please be safe. Unfortunately, the virus is still out there, and it's mutating. There's new variants, so we have to be ever vigilant. So be safe, my friends. Bye now.